Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be showing you a tutorial on how I achieved this makeup look here today. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with our green and gold eye look today. So again, we're gonna go very glam on the eyes, and then we're just gonna go nude on the lips. So I am using today the VFX Pro Camera Ready Illuminating Primer. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put that on my fingertip. I just use about that much, and then I rub it between my fingers, and then I place it on my face. So this helps me with my pores and also with my dry skin. So because I'm really dry, I need a lot of dew in my life and moisture. So this helps me. And I like to use my fingers rather than using a brush. These are the best makeup tools. So I just prefer it that way. If you want to use a brush, go ahead and use a brush today. But I like to use my fingers. I'm gonna apply primer to the bottom of my eye. This is orange primer, and I'm gonna just use a little bit so that it can just hide a little bit of my dark spots there. And I'm gonna actually do this before my foundation. And I actually do my face before my eyes. Just use a makeup sponge, and then I'm going to dab this under my eye, concentrating it in the inner corners because that's where I suffer with the dark spots. And then I'm going to take my foundation. I put that on a flat brush. This is a Morphe brush. And then I'm gonna just concentrate this on my face, especially in my areas, my most problematic areas, which is my cheeks. Now I'm just dabbing this in the skin so that it is really pushed in there. And then I just go around the areas. Like my forehead, I don't need much coverage, so I just dab a little bit on there. And I just use whatever product I have left on my brush. And then I'm going to use a makeup sponge to do the rest of the work. Now, I can't go all the way down to my neck because my eczema is on my neck, so I have to avoid that area as much as possible. I just go to my jawline. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my makeup sponge, and then I'm going on the exterior part of my face and blending that out around my mouth. I just like doing this. It just, for me, the coverage is a lot better for me when I do it this way, rather than just going in with the beauty sponge right away. Like that. So now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. I'm going to take my eyebrow liner. This is from the brand Pharmacy, and it's in the color 03 or dark beige. And as you can see, I'm just going to line my eyebrows. I'm just gonna take a mirror here, and I'm just gonna fill in my brows. So I just follow the natural curve of my eyebrows. I just underline it on the bottom here, follow the curve again of my natural brow. So I just do that, and then I move on and I do the next one so that I can just make sure that the shape is right. And again, same thing, just underline the bottom, follow the natural curve of my eyebrow, and then I'm going to line the top. I'm just filling in the ends of the brows, making sure that's filled in. Then I'm gonna take a spoolie, like this one. This is from Morphe. It has a angle tip at the end, on the other end, and a spoolie on the other. I'm just gonna take that spoolie and run this through. Again, you can see that line, so this will help eliminate that line. And I just drag this through the brow again. And this actually spreads the product to be even without adding more product to it, because you don't want, well, not for this look at least, I don't want super dark brows. I'm just going for regular looking brows this time. Then I'm gonna do the other side, do the same thing. One of my brows is always usually darker, which is that one. So I'm just gonna take the liner again, the eyebrow liner, and I'm just gonna color this part in a little bit so that the color of the two will match. Issues with this brow here and that spot there. So I just make sure that I cover that fully. Then I am going to take a flat, again, a flat side like this. I'm gonna take some concealer that is closest to my skin, and I am going to outline the bottom of my brows. So I just take my concealer. This is in the color Warm Beige, again from the brand Pharmacy. And this is also a Pharmacy brush. And I'm just gonna follow the bottom line. This is just to clean up the brows. Again, we're going for a very glam look today. So I wanna make sure that these brows are snatched. The brush again, and I'm just gonna drag this down. And just to blend it so that you can see a clean line, but you don't see lines. See that brow compared to that one? And then I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Again, just where you apply the concealer, just drag that down. That evens out the brows and it makes it more defined. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the eyelids. And I'm going to use an eyeshadow primer. This is the Pro to Fit eyeshadow primer by the brand Pharmacy again. I like to use my fingers a lot when it comes to my eyes. The primer at least. Because of the warmth of your fingers, it can help the primer warm up a little so it can spread out a lot better and a lot even, more even. And I do drag this up all the way to the crease because I am going to be doing a higher crease today. And it just works. So I'm done priming my eyes. Again, I primed it all the way up to my crease. And what I'm going to do before applying eyeshadow is I'm going to be applying some eye tape by the brand e.l.f. These are the bomb. So if you don't have this, get it. This is gonna help with your crease look a lot more put together. So what I do is, these sheets come this big. So obviously my face is not this long and it's not this big. I don't think anyone's is. So you get your money's worth for this, because what I do is I actually take it and I cut it in half. And then you can get double the amount of uses. So what I do is I just take the eye tape and I line it wherever I want, how high, how low I want the eyeshadow to be. So I'm just gonna take this and I think I'm gonna want my crease. Okay, so then I'm gonna apply eye tape to the other side of the eye. Hopefully it looks the exact same as that one. So I'm just making sure that the sides are pressed in like that. And so each of the tapes are at the end of my eyebrows. It looks like it's angled the exact same. So for my eyes today, I'm going to be using the James Charles palette here. And I'm going to be using the two green colors, and it's called Social Blade and Daddy. So let me show you guys. This is Social Blade, and this is Daddy. So, oh my gosh, isn't this freaking palette gorgeous? Just gorgeous. So I'm going to take a white brush like this. This is a Morphe brush. I'm just gonna take some of that green, dip it in, and then I'm gonna use this on my crease on the outer. And so for the ends of it, you don't have to worry about going too deep or going too low because the tape is there. And as you can see, it's gonna block it. And that's where the line will be. So just make sure that you get the color where you want it. This look was inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest. I love Pinterest, you guys. Love Pinterest. So, I pinned it and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually do that look. Are you guys more nude makeup or do you guys like bold makeup? So for me personally, every day I like to do nude makeup on the go. Anything quick and easy is the best for me. I love to do those looks, but every now and again, I love to play with colors, and it's just a lot of fun doing it like that. Leave a comment below and let me know what you guys like to do. So, looks pretty even. Just make sure that you have a nice blend, and it does not have to be perfect right now because we can go back and clean that up. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Morphe brush. This one is a little bit more flat. If you guys can see, it's more flatter here. And then I'm gonna use Daddy onto my lid. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting it on the lid. So I'm going all the way out here, bringing it up and dragging it. I'm doing patting motions. And just make sure that's evenly distributed. And these are both matte. Now I'm gonna take my green brush again and just make sure that these two are blended well together. And just go back and forth. And you can tell where your crease is because when you see how there's a line on mine, if you just look up like that, you should be able to see where your crease line is. And I want to make sure that the Daddy color is all the way up on that line, which it looks. Okay, let me put a little bit more Daddy. I want it to be really bold and to where it sticks out. Again, I just open my eyes when I am putting it on just to make sure that it is in the crease and it covers the crease. I'm actually going to take some black. There's a flat, fluffy, flat brush, flatter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna line the outside part with black. In the James Charles palette, it's called Spooky, right here. And then I am going to line, again, I'm gonna just take this on the outside part of my eyes like this. So this acts as a eyeliner. Again, this is a matte color, so it's perfect. And I just want that on the outside part just to give it a little bit of depth right here. Like that. And I'm gonna do the same to the other side. So again, outside of the eye here. And I just want to keep that on the outside part of the eye. And then I'm just gonna blend that in. Just make sure that it is even. And then you can just call it a day by doing that. But I'm not gonna do that because I wanted to go a little bit extra. Again, all of the eye colors that I have on currently is matte. So the eyeliner that I'm gonna use, this is a metallic glitter in the brand Pharmacy. See this? Okay. So I'm just gonna line the eye from the end all the way across the eyelid. Okay. So I have a mirror sitting here on my table. Like that. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'm gonna do the other side. I start from the inner corner. You can start from the middle, from the side, whatever you like to do. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna wait a minute because that is liquid eyeliner. So I'm just gonna wait till that dries just a little bit. Once I take off the eye tape, I should be able to see if I need to fix the line on the eyeliner. This eye tape is gonna blow your mind right now. Just saying. Okay. So I'm gonna remove this first since I think this one's ready and dry, and I'm just gonna take this off very slowly. See that line? Like that. Okay. And I think that turned out really well, actually. And then I'm gonna take some mascara and I'm just gonna by the way, I'm using Pharmacy 3D Effect Mascara. Then I'm gonna take some falsies. Yep, I'm gonna go dramatic, go big. I am actually using, let me show you guys what I'm using. The Alaska Lotus lashes in the style Aquarius. I am using the Kiss Lash Glue with Aloe. I like to make sure the outer part of the lash is covered because that's like the inner corner and the outer part. Hardest time getting to stick on. I'm really new to lashes, like super new. And I'm gonna do the same for the other side. All right, so while my lashes are gooping up, I'm going to complete the rest of my face. And I actually don't need to set too much of my face. And then I'm going to take my powder brush. Again, I don't need it because I'm not dewy. I wish. But with the products that I use, it actually leaves me dewy, which I absolutely love. Then I'm going to be taking the Sunkissed Bronzing Powder. And guys, you need this in your life. Like, you need it in your life. This is a giant pan. And all I do is I dip, and then I just swirl this around my face. Just go in circular motions on your cheek. I go under my jaw. And again, I have a round face and a little forehead, so I just hit a little part. This gives you that, again, sun-kissed look. It looks like the sun just touched you without sitting in the sun for hours, and you get this beautiful bronzy look. So that's that. I'm going to take the terracotta blush, and this is in the color number 17. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. Now I just want a little bit of color back in my face. Okay. Now let's see if these lashes are ready. I think she's ready. I just use my fingers because that's a lot easier for me. Again, I'm new to applying lashes, so I try to do it as best as I can, and I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. It's dramatic, but it's not too crazy, for me at least. And then it gives you that ba-ba boom on your eyes. And I'm gonna do the same to this eye here. Okay guys, so I got my lashes on, and as you guys can see, that like brings a more glamorous look to your eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and move it along. Actually, I'm gonna put some bronzer on my nose, and then I'm gonna put powder. Then I'm gonna take my beauty sponge. I'm gonna take some powder. Again, this is the transparent powder by Pharmacy. And then I'm going to take my beauty sponge, dip it in, and I'm just gonna... Now, obviously, the higher you bring the powder, the more snatched your nose will look. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take highlight down the middle of my nose, and I got it from, I'm using the 3-in-1 palette by the brand Pharmacy. It has contour, blush, and highlight, and this highlight's gorgeous. And I'm just gonna take this all the way down. I'm just gonna use this is a small brush, just a line all the way down the middle. And then I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose. Okay, and I'm just gonna pat this on so that you can't really tell if there's a line. I'm gonna take highlight to the top of my cheeks, and then guys, if you don't have this, you need to go and get it. Highlight. You guys like highlight? Let me go ahead and finish these under eyes because, you know, I don't want it to be looking a little bit crazy with our naked under eyes. I'm gonna take a mirror, and I'm just gonna take the leftover on the brush, and I'm gonna run this under my eye. I don't usually get fallout with the James Charles palette, so I just run that under my eye. Again, I'm not re-dipping, I'm just using the excess, the leftover on that brush. Going to use the light green, so that's in the color Social Blade. I remembered, woo woo. I might want to dip this in a little bit. Actually, I'm also going to take some highlight in the inner corner of my eye. I'm again using that same small brush. dipping that, and I'm gonna put this on. Like that, guys. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. I'm going to take some pharmacy products, and I am gonna line my lips with the 227 lip liner. I'm going brown, I'm going nude on my lips. That's it. No. These lip liners are so soft and so good. And they're so blendable, and I love it. I'm taking this is called Nude Essence in the brand Pharmacy again. These smell like cupcakes. Smells so good. Okay, last but not least, I am going to set my makeup with some setting spray. I'm using the Pharmacy Time Locker setting spray, and I'm just gonna spray this all over my face. And then that's it. What do you guys think? All right, so thank you guys for tuning into my video. I appreciate it. I hope you guys like this look. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you are aware of any videos that I have posted. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.